Okay, let's see how it goes. Just take it slow, and don't push yourself too hard. Your knife and gun? Yes, my knife and gun. I don't remember what happened to them. We took them away from you when you were acting out. We didn't want you to hurt anyone. I understand. I know I was acting out of control and I'm sorry for that. I just got so overwhelmed and I couldn't control my emotions. It's okay. We understand. We just want you to get better, and we're going to help you do that. I appreciate that. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. I don't want to be a burden. You're not a burden. You're a person who's going through a difficult time, and we're here to help you. Just let us know if there's anything we can do to make you feel better. I will, and I promise I'll do my best to stay calm and not act out again. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to keep an eye on you and make sure you're doing okay. Just let us know if you need anything, okay? I will. And thank you for being so understanding. I know I was being difficult and I'm sorry for that. It's okay. We know you were just overwhelmed and you didn't mean to act out. We're just glad you're feeling better now. Me too. I feel a lot better now. I'm going to go back to my room and try to relax. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Just make sure you take it easy and don't push yourself too hard. And if you need anything, just let us know. I will. Thanks for everything. You're welcome. Take care of yourself, okay? I will. You too. Good morning. How are you feeling today? I feel much better. I slept well, and I'm feeling a lot more relaxed. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure the training will be easier today. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's get started. We'll start with some basic exercises, and then we'll move on to more advanced techniques. Is that okay with you? That sounds good. I'm ready to get started. Great. Let's start with some basic stretching exercises. We'll start with some basic stretches to loosen up your muscles, and then we'll move on to more challenging exercises. Okay, let's do it. Good job. You're doing great. Now let's move on to some more challenging exercises. We'll start with some basic hand-to-hand combat techniques. Okay, I'm ready. What do I do first? First, we're going to work on your stance and your balance. You need to be able to stay on your feet and maintain your balance in a fight. Let's start with some basic drills. Okay, let's do it. You're doing great. Now let's work on your punches. We're going to start with some basic punches, and then we'll move on to more advanced techniques. Okay, let's do it. Good job, you're getting the hang of it. Now let's work on your kicks. We're going to start with some basic kicks, and then we'll move on to more advanced techniques. Okay, let's do it. What's that? What did you do? I did a spinning back kick. It was a bit more difficult than the other kicks, but I was able to do it. That's great! You're starting to get the hang of it. Let's keep practicing and see if you can do it again. Okay, I'll try. You're doing great. You're really getting the hang of this. Now let's work on your defense. We're going to work on some basic blocks, and then we'll move on to more advanced techniques. Catnap, pay attention. We're working on your defense. We need to make sure you're able to block and counterattack effectively. Catnap, what are you looking at? We're working on your defense. You need to focus on me. Sorry. I just noticed another staff member watching me. I don't know why they're here. It's probably nothing. Just ignore them and focus on the training. We're almost done with the basic drills. Let's move on to more advanced techniques. Okay, let's do it. What are we going to work on next? We're going to work on your stance and your balance again. We need to make sure you're able to maintain your balance in a fight. Let's start with some basic drills. Okay, let's do it. Good job. You're getting the hang of this. Now let's move on to some more advanced techniques. We're going to work on some basic takedowns. Okay, let's do it. You're doing great. You're getting the hang of the takedowns and you're able to do them easily. Now let's work on some more advanced techniques. We're going to work on some basic throws. Let's start with a basic hip throw. We're going to use your body weight to throw your opponent off balance, and then we're going to use our momentum to throw them to the ground. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I'll try it. Good job. You're getting the hang of this. Now let's work on some more advanced throws. We're going to work on a shoulder throw. Okay, let's do it. You're doing great. You're getting the hang of these advanced throws. Let's work on one more. We're going to work on a leg sweep. Okay, let's do it. Good job. You're really getting the hang of this. You're doing a great job with the advanced techniques. Now let's move on to some more advanced fighting strategies. We're going to work on some basic defense strategies. Okay, let's do it. What are we going to work on first? We're going to work on some basic counters. We're going to learn how to counter attacks and how to use your opponent's momentum against them. Let's start with a basic counter to a punch. Okay, I'll try it. Good job. You're getting the hang of this. Now let's work on a counter to a kick. We're going to learn how to use your opponent's momentum to throw them off balance, and then we're going to use our own momentum to take them down. Let's try it. Good job. You're really getting the hang of this. Let's work on one more counter. We're going to work on a counter to a takedown. Okay, let's do it. Catnap, what happened? You were doing so well. What went wrong? Catnap, what happened? You were doing so well. What went wrong? I don't know. I guess I just got a bit too confident and I let my guard down. I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I just got a bit too confident and I let my guard down. I'm sorry. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Let's try it again. Let's work on your defense and we'll see if we can figure out what went wrong. Okay, let's do it. Catnap, what's going on? Why are you making the same mistake again? I don't know. I'm trying my best, but I guess I'm just not as good as I thought I was. I'm sorry. It's okay. We all make mistakes. Let's take a break, and then we'll try again. We can work on it together and see if we can figure out what's going wrong. Okay, that sounds good. I'm feeling a bit tired anyway. Let's take a break, and then we can try again. What do you want? We're having a private conversation. I'm just here to check on Catnap. I saw him struggle with some of the drills, and I wanted to see if he was okay. Well, he was doing fine at first, but then he started making the same mistake again and again. I don't know what the problem is. You think he's at the wrong level for that drill? You think he's not ready for that drill yet? I think so. He's still learning the basic techniques, and he's not ready for the more advanced ones yet. We should probably slow down the training and focus on the basics for now. You're right. I think we got a bit ahead of ourselves. We should focus on the basics and make sure he has a good foundation before we move on to the more advanced techniques. I agree. Let's take a step back and work on the basics. We can always come back to the advanced techniques later when he's ready. You're not ready for that yet. You need to learn how to control your anger and your impulses first. We can't have you running around with a gun when you can't control yourself. But I want it back. It's my gun. I want to be able to carry it. I understand that. But you need to learn how to use it responsibly. You can't just carry it around and use it whenever you want. You need to learn how to use it in a controlled way, and you need to learn how to handle it safely. Catnap, calm down. I know you're angry, but you need to learn how to control your emotions. We can't have you running around with a gun when you can't control your anger. I don't care. I want my gun back. I'm not going to just sit here and wait until you're ready to give it back to me. Catnap, you're not getting your gun back until you're ready. You're not thinking rationally right now, and we can't have you running around with a weapon when you're not thinking clearly. But I want it now. I don't care if I'm not ready. I want it back, and I'm not leaving until I get it. But I know how to use a gun. I've been using them for years. I know what I'm doing. I know you think you know what you're doing, but you don't. You're still young and you're still learning. You need to trust us and let us help you. We want you to be safe, and we want to make sure you're not a danger to yourself or others. But I'm not a child. I'm an adult. I should be able to make my own decisions. I know you're not a child, but you're still young, and you still need guidance. We can't just let you run around with a gun and expect you to be responsible. You're still learning, and we need to make sure you're safe. I'm not a child. I'm a grown man. I can take care of myself. I don't need you to tell me what to do. What? You can't do that. I'm not a criminal. I'm just trying to get my gun back. I know you're not a criminal, but you're acting like one. You're being disrespectful, and you're not listening to us. We can't let you have your gun back until you learn how to control your anger and your impulses. I don't want to learn how to control my anger. I want my gun back. You don't have a choice. You're not getting your gun back until you learn how to control yourself. We're not going to let you run around with a gun and put other people in danger. I'm not going to ask you again. You're going to learn how to control yourself. Or, you're not going to have your gun back. Do you understand? Fine. I'll try to control myself. But I still want my gun back. You can have it back when we think you're ready. For now, we're going to focus on the basics, and we're going to work on your self-control. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I need to make sure you're safe, and I'm not going to let you have your gun back until I'm sure you're ready. I don't care. I'm getting my gun back. You can't stop me. Don't make me have to use force. I don't want to do that, but I will if I have to. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't hurt me. I would if I had to. I can't let you have your gun back until you're ready. You're being too impulsive and you're not thinking clearly. You need to calm down and think rationally. I'm thinking perfectly clear. I want my gun back, and I'm going to get it. You're not getting it. I'm not going to let you have your gun back until you can prove that you can control yourself. You're being reckless and you're putting everyone in danger. I don't care about anyone else. I just want my gun back. Catnap, don't do anything you'll regret. I'm trying to help you, but you're making this very difficult. I don't need your help. I can take care of myself. I'm not going to let you take away my gun. What? You gave him his gun back? Then why are you telling me that he has his gun? He can't have his gun back. We can't let him have it. He's not ready for it yet. I am ready for it. I'm an adult and I know what I'm doing. You can't control me. You're not an adult. You're you're not an adult. You're still a young man, and you need guidance. You need to listen to us and do what we say. I'm not listening to you. I'm going to get my gun back whether you like it or not. Catnap, stop. You're acting like a child. You need to calm down and think rationally. I don't care. I'm getting my gun back and there's nothing you can do about it. Catnap, calm down. You're acting like a child. You're being irrational and you're not thinking clearly. You need to take a deep breath and think rationally. Catnap, get back here. You're not leaving until we talk about this. I'm done talking. I'm going to get my gun back. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Let me go. I don't need your help. I can take care of myself. I don't need your stupid rules. You're not thinking clearly. You're acting out of anger, and you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. We're trying to help you, but you're not letting us. I don't care. I don't need your help. I can take care of myself. I'm not a child and I'm not going to let you control me. You're being stubborn and you're not listening to us. You're being reckless and you're putting everyone in danger. You need to calm down and think rationally. Because you're not thinking clearly. You're being impulsive, and you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. Because you're not thinking clearly. You're being impulsive, and you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. You're acting like a child, and you're not listening to us. You need to calm down and think rationally. I'm not a child. I'm a grown man. I don't need your help or your rules. I can do what I want. What? No, you can't do that. I'm not going to the cell. I have rights. You don't have any rights when you're acting like this. You're acting out of control, and you're a danger to yourself and others. You need to be contained until you can learn how to control yourself. See? You're acting like an animal. You're not thinking rationally. You need to calm down and think about what you're doing. I'm not an animal. I'm a person. I have feelings and I have rights. You can't just treat me like this. You're right. You are a person. But you're not acting like one right now. You're acting like a child, and you're not thinking clearly. We're trying to help you, but you're making it very difficult. See? You're acting like an animal. You're hissing at me and you're not listening to me. You're not thinking rationally, and you're not acting like a person. Don't you dare! I'm trying to help you, but you're making it very difficult. You need to calm down and listen to me. You're not making this easy for me. I'm trying to be patient, but you're making it very difficult. I don't want to have to restrain you again, but I will if I have to. You're not making this better for yourself. I'm trying to help you, but you're not letting me. You're being stubborn, and you're not listening to me. I don't need your help. I can take care of myself. I don't need your stupid rules or your stupid restraints. What? No! Let me go. You can't do this to me. I have rights. I'm sorry, but you're acting out of control, and you're not thinking rationally. We have to restrain you until you can calm down and think clearly. No, you can't do this. I'm not going to the cells. I'm a grown man, and I have the right to make my own decisions. I'm sorry, but you're not thinking clearly right now. You're acting out of control, and you're a danger to yourself and others. We have to take you to the cells for your own safety. I'm not a danger to anyone. I'm not going to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to get my gun back. Put the knife down. You're not going to use that. You're acting out of control, and you're putting everyone in danger. No, you're not. You're just trying to intimidate us. You won't actually use the knife. You're bluffing. You're not going to use the knife. You're just trying to scare us. Put the knife down. You're not going to use it. You're just trying to scare us. I'm not going to ask you again. Put the knife down, or I'm going to have to restrain you.